What's good, everybody? It's JovarTV, and this is another episode of DocIT. Today we are going over reviewing the documentary A Love Song for Latasha. I'm gonna be honest from the get-go. I know the story of this documentary, right? So I've been looking at it for a while, and I've been like, man, I really don't want to watch it because it's so sad, such a sad story. So, to get you caught up, I'm going to tell you the end of the documentary more than the beginning first. So, if you know the story about Latasha Harless, she was a 15-year-old girl from South Central Los Angeles. She went into a convenience store called, I think it's called Empire or something like that. And she went in to buy orange juice, which at the time was $1.79. She picked up the orange juice. The lady that was in charge of the store accused her of trying to steal the orange juice. A scuffle started, and Latasha defended herself because the lady was trying to attack her, even though Latasha had the money in her hand for the orange juice, right? And the lady, elder lady, shot her in the back of the head while she was walking away from the scuffle they had. So, I already knew the story to the documentary, so I was like, man, it's probably just gonna go into details about that. And like, one thing about this story is that it's like one of the reasons that the whole 92 LA riot happened was, this was one of the things that the black community was like, hey, these people are in our community and they don't support our community, because stuff like this had been going on for a while. Not somebody getting killed by one of the people, maybe some, but majority of the time it was like they was, threatening the people in the store of the black community and stuff like that. So, like I said, I was really hesitant to watch this documentary because I already knew the story. But the documentary actually pretty good. That was the end of the story. If you know the rest, the whole, like I said, it caused a riot. The lady that shot Latasha, she went to court. The judge, the judge is Judge Joyce Carlin, gave the lady probation, 400 hours of community service, a $500 fine, and no jail time for killing a 15-year-old girl. Alright, so that's the end of the story right there. But the beginning with the documentary actually surprised me. It was more about her, Latasha Harless, and it told the story of, her mom was, see that little lid on me? her mom had got killed in 1985, I believe, and she was, let me make sure I'm saying the right name, people. Her mom had got killed in a club incident. She got shot in the torso and she died. So she her and her two siblings ended up living with her grandmother, right? They lived in South Central Los Angeles. The documentary, it's a Netflix documentary. I don't know if I mentioned that. It was directed by Sophia Nali Allison. All right. And the documentary is pretty much narrated by her friend and her cousin, Ty and Shanice. I want to make sure that, Shanice. So, is pretty much they telling the story of Latasha and telling you about her life, her being a straight A student, her wanting to have a future as an attorney, and her wanting to, later on in life, she saw this, being an attorney in the day, being a business owner at night. That was her goal at the end, after she graduated high school, which we know she never got the chance to because her life was taken very young in her age. But like I said, the story, it was only a 19-minute documentary. It told the story of her life. Like, if you didn't know her as a person, she was more than just the girl who got shot at a store or the girl connected to the LA riots. She actually had dreams. She actually had aspirations that she wanted to do, but it was taken from her because somebody wanted to, profile and start trouble. Which one of her cousins, I think it was her cousin, no, it was her friend. Her friend was telling us that the lady that shot Latasha had already had a history in the neighborhood. Like, her parents had told her, hey, don't be going to that lady, because one day she went in the store and her mom had bought her some candy, and she went into the store to buy another bar of candy for her younger brother. And the lady, she said she was counting her coins, and the lady thought she had some stolen candy in the bag, so she had to, she would just pull guns out on kids. Imagine that, just being a little kid and an adult pulling the gun out on you just to do stuff. But pretty much she was saying how her parents told her never to go back into that store again because that lady was crazy. And she had told Latasha, but Latasha was like, that's how they all are over here. That's just she just trying to scare people, but she never pulled the trigger. And sadly, she pulled the trigger on Latasha. And I recommend this documentary. It was a pretty good documentary. I tell you, the docket, like I said, it's only 19 minutes long. You get to learn the story of Latasha. She was very beautiful, very inspirational. It seemed like if she would have still been living, she could have made a lot of difference in the world, more than just that, connection to the lady and the judge and the LA riots and stuff like that. So go watch it. Got my review. You can tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. And I'll see you next time on DocIT.